Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. I have another Monday quarterback video for you. I'm going to play the entirety of the video, and then I'll talk about things that I think were done right and are done wrong, and explain some things going on to help you better understand what you just saw. Without further ado, here we go.
The following critical incident briefing is intended to provide you with information about a recent incident which resulted in a deputy-involved shooting. This briefing has been prepared so that you may have a better understanding of the circumstances which led to the use of force. As part of this briefing, you may be shown photographs of the scene and the evidence involved, both surveillance video and body-worn camera video, and additional information relevant to the event. We hope this provides you with a better understanding of what occurred based on what we know as of this moment. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department conducts very thorough use of force investigations. Every deputy-involved shooting is a traumatic event for all involved. Each deputy-involved shooting is reviewed by independent investigative agencies to ensure compliance with the law and Sheriff's Department policy. Even as the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department conducts its own investigation, investigators and attorneys with the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office conduct their own independent review when someone is struck by gunfire. These investigations typically require multiple witness interviews, review of video footage, and analysis of significant amounts of forensic evidence. We are in the very early stages of this investigation. Our understanding of the incident may change as additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. We do not draw conclusions about whether the involved department members acted consistent with the law, our policies, and our training until all the facts are known and the entire investigation is complete. A word of caution. The images and information you're about to see may be disturbing. When a law enforcement officer uses force to effect an arrest of a suspect or defend against an attack, it can be graphic and difficult to watch. Viewer discretion is advised. On Sunday, March 14, 2021, at approximately 1:52 p.m., East Los Angeles Sheriff Station responded to a call at a residence on the 100 block of North Rowan Avenue in the unincorporated area of East Los Angeles. The caller reported her brother was suicidal and armed with a knife. The person was identified as David Ordaz, Jr., a 34-year-old male Hispanic. During the course of the call, Ordaz can be heard describing how he was armed with a knife and on drugs to the dispatcher. The family member also included information regarding Ordaz being high on methamphetamine and having not slept in days. She added her brother wanted to commit suicide by cop. The family member told the dispatcher she was seated in her brother's car with him, which was parked in front of the family's home. She and Ordaz described the car as a gold Chevrolet Cruze.
East LA Sheriff Station, Kenyatta speaking up, can I help you?
Yes, hello. I'm currently with someone who was telling me they're suicidal. I was just wondering if you could guide me on what I could do to help them.
Where are they at right now, that person?
We're in outside my house in his car.
Outside your house where?
Inside his car.
What's the address?
North Rowan Avenue.
Is this your relative?
Yes, this is my brother.
Your brother. Okay. Does he have any weapons?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
What does he have?
How you gonna know?
I'm sorry?
Can I just tell him?
What?
He has a knife.
All right. What's your name, miss? Your phone number?
Yeah.
What's your brother's name?
David?
Hispanic male?
Hispanic male.
Age?
34.
34.
I'm supposed to be 36, I think, right now.
All right. What color clothing is he wearing?
I'm wearing, like, some raunchy-ass clothing, I've been doing drugs, and, I haven't showered in a few days.
He's wearing black pants and a blue sweater and white shoes.
Any mental disabilities or any mental illnesses?
Nothing that has been diagnosed.
All right.
other than a long time of drug abuse.
What kind of knife does he have? A pocket knife?
No,
It's a big ass butcher knife.
it's a regular kitchen knife.
Is he holding it in his hand or in his...
It'll be a surprise.
David.
All right, yeah, it'd be easier if you just cooperate. You know, we're not trying to antagonize you, we're trying to help you.
Right.
He doesn't have it in his hands right now.
Where is
It's
it?
in his car.
Okay.
It's in my body. It's in my possession.
All right, what color vehicle you guys in?
Gold Cruise.
Yeah.
Cruiser?
It's a gold Cruise.
Chevy Cruise.
Chevy Cruise. Yeah, 2013 Chevy Cruise.
Hey, where's the kitchen knife? Is it next to him? Is it in the trunk?
It's on my person. It's on my
He has it in his hand now.
Okay. Is this an ongoing thing that David is going through? Having suicidal thoughts?
It has happened for a while already, and all night he hasn't slept all night because he's had these thoughts, and we've been trying to help him through it.
Is he under the influence?
Yes, he is.
Of what?
I believe it's meth. I think he just had too much of it, and he's used it, like I said. We know that he's used it at least for an entire month. But I think he just had too much of it, or something with it that made him go overboard. But he's had a history of abuse with it.
Okay.
He's also talked about suicide by cop, so I am afraid for that.
I'm sorry. Oh, he's mentioned it before?
Yes.
Do you feel secure?
I don't know. I mean, no matter what, this is my brother.
Yes, I understand, and it's good that you guys called and you're trying to help him out. You know.
Yes, exactly that.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I mean, are you on speaker?
Yes, you're on speaker.
I would just suggest, hey, I mean, yeah, it would be easier if he doesn't have the knife in his hand.
Can I have the knife? Please.
Again, you know, we're trying to help, but you know, having weapons in hand is not.
David.
David?
Please, give me the knife.
No.
Please.
Hey, David, your sister's trying to help you. You know, and again, we want to send help. We don't want to. We're not sending anybody who wants to antagonize him.
Continue Philly, units code 3 responses needed, 902A, 902R, North Rowan Avenue, East LA, tag 157, unit in 1. Unit in 3.
21 Adam and 1. 2.5.
21 Adam and 1, respond code 3, 21 Adam.
2.1 Adam.
22, respond code 3 as well, 22. Usually units further on the call. Brother named in call, male Hispanic 34, wearing blue sweater, black pants, having suicidal thoughts, both parties in a gold Chevy Cruise, DP holding kitchen knife, tag 157.
While on their way to the call, deputies coordinated their response over the radio and requested the availability of less lethal force weapons and the mental evaluation team. At approximately 1:56 p.m., 4 deputies assigned to East Los Angeles Sheriff's Station arrived at the residence. Upon arriving, deputies parked their patrol cars in the middle of Rowan Avenue facing north behind the Chevrolet Cruze. One deputy yelled to the occupants of the Chevrolet Cruze to step out of the car. Ordaz immediately exited the driver's door while holding a knife at his side in his right hand. Deputies detained Ordaz at gunpoint and began ordering him to drop the knife. Ordaz refused and told deputies to shoot him.
Hey, step out of the car. Yeah. Hey, put the knife down, dude. Put the knife down.
Deputies continued to detain Ordaz at gunpoint in the street beside his car while awaiting the arrival of additional deputies, a supervisor, and a mental evaluation team. While waiting, they continued to plead with Ordaz to drop the knife, but he continued to refuse to comply. Ordaz repeatedly asked deputies to shoot him. When asked why he was upset, Ordaz replied, "Because you won't shoot."
Come on, David. No, dude, we're not gonna do that. We're not here. We already told you we're not here for that, dude. We're not here to shoot you, dude. We're here to help you out. Hey, we're not here to shoot you, dude. We're trying to help you out. Why are you upset today? Why do you want us to shoot? Put the knife down, dude. Knife down. Let me. Hello, you ready?
Need information in service child.
27 Henry 1.
27 Henry 1.
Hey, 27 Henry 1, do me a favor, block on Michigan and roll in northbound traffic.
Hey, you're escalating, bro. It doesn't have to be like this. Put the knife down. Talk to us. We'll get you some help, dude.
Arrow, are you on the channel?
Ordaz eventually moved from the street near the front driver's side of his car to the sidewalk directly in front of his residence, where numerous family members were also in the front yard.
Go inside. Hey, why are you putting me in arrest, dude? Hey, señor, va a hacer. Hey, get inside. Everybody get inside. Hey, move away from crossfire. Get away. Go inside. Put the knife down, dude.
If you're deploying less people.
Come on, David.
Put
the knife down, dude.
Trying to talk to the suspect to drop the knife.
Hey. Guy, hey. Go inside, yeah? You guys are in crossfire. Go inside. Hey, close the gate and go inside. David, just put the damn knife down, dude. Yeah, it's on its way, dude. Is that what you want? Okay.
The sergeant who arrived on scene assigned stun bag shotguns to 2 deputies, placed lethal cover alongside each of those deputies, and managed the incident from behind the deputies. The sergeant also directed a unit to make an additional request for a mental evaluation team. During a conversation with a family member during the incident, the family member stated Ordaz wants deputies to kill him because he could not do it himself. As Ordaz moved toward his family, deputies continued to try to negotiate with him while they repeatedly asked the family members to move away. Ordaz asked if a ghetto bird was coming, and then he stated he wanted Channel 4 too.
David, put it down. Move away from crossfire. Get away. Go inside. What the down?
If you're deploying less people.
Come on, look, you have your car now. You're getting your songs ready. Come on.
The deputies are still trying to talk to the suspect to drop the knife.
Hey, David, come on, please. Give it to me. Hey,
do me a favor. Close that gate, please.
You guys are in crossfire. Go inside.
Close it and secure it close. Alright, back up onto the driveway. Thank you.
You guys ain't gonna get a ghetto food out here or what? Yeah, it's on its way, man. Alright. Don't you want? Yeah. I want a channel 4 out here too.
Ordaz became more agitated and began to move closer to the deputies. The two deputies, designated as less lethal, each fired stun bag rounds at Ordaz. He reared back after the impact, then immediately stepped toward the deputies, and a deputy-involved shooting occurred.
David, hey, don't get any closer.
David,
David,
Don't
get any closer.
David!
Don't get any closer.
David!
Don't get any closer. Back up. Back up. Back up. Don't get any closer.
¿Quieren grabar esto? ¿Esto quieren grabar?
Hey, sorry.
¿Veras? Come on, por favor.
Hey, step back, David. Step back.
Hey, Sarge. David, get back. I should hit him with one.
Yeah, too close. Step back, David.
Hey, stand back, stand back, stand back.
Stand back. Drop it. Drop it.
Ordaz sustained multiple gunshot wounds. Deputies immediately assessed Ordaz's wounds, provided first aid, and requested paramedics to the scene who were staged nearby. Los Angeles County Fire Department paramedics immediately responded, provided medical aid to Ordaz, and transported him to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. There were no other persons injured in the incident. An approximate 12-inch long steak knife was recovered from the scene. David Ordaz Jr. had previously been convicted for possession of narcotics and for driving under the influence. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department has begun a thorough and in-depth investigation. Homicide investigators will continue to investigate this incident by completing additional interviews, examining additional evidence and toxicology results, and completing forensic reviews of the involved evidence. When completed, the facts of the investigation will be presented to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, Justice System Integrity Division, for review and a determination whether the force used was within the law. Following the District Attorney's review, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Internal Affairs Bureau will complete an administrative investigation of the incident. The Internal Affairs Bureau will present the case to the Executive Force Review Committee, which will evaluate the performance of the deputies and determine if their tactics and use of deadly force were within policy and met the high standards of the Sheriff's Department. On behalf of Sheriff Alex Villanueva, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department is appreciative of your interest and understanding in this incident.
Okay, so that's that. Drop the volume
it'd
down.
be easier if you just cooperate.
This was an obvious suicide by
Put the
police.
knife down, dude. Yeah, it's on its way, dude. Is that what you want?
Come on, look, you have your car now. You're
Trying to talk to the suspect to drop the knife.
Here, give it to me. You guys are in crossfire, go inside.
Alright, back up onto the driveway.
Became more agitated. Each fired toward the deputy.
Don't get any closer.
So, the stun bag, it causes a reaction to him. He feels it, but it does not incapacitate them. And I've seen a lot of times in videos where the stun bags, they're not that effective. For maybe someone who is not motivated enough, yeah, that amount of pain that it will inflict will make them think twice. But there are many times where a determined attacker will fight through the pain of the stun bag. All the stun bag is a pain compliance tool. It doesn't do any type of incapacitation unless you hit someone in the head with it, which you're not supposed to aim at the head with them. I sometimes think there's an over-reliance on stun bags, and I think that a pepper spray device would have been better suited for this. Like a riot can, something that would have some distance on it and they'd be able to deploy it safely from where they're at. I think that probably could have resulted in a better outcome than this, and use it in conjunction with a taser. But those options weren't used. I don't know why. But they tried to do something less lethal, and they did their due diligence in doing that. And this guy wanted to die. He was motivated in dying, and he forced their hand into using deadly physical force against him.
David.
Yes, sir.
Closer. Back up. Back up. Back. Back up. Don't get any closer.
¿Quieren grabar esto? ¿Esto quieren grabar?
Yes, sir.
¿Veras? Come on, por favor.
Hey, step back, David. Step back.
Stand back! Stand back! Stand back!
Stand back. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Stand back. Drop it. Drop it. Stand back. Drop it. Drop it.
Ordaz is
So that final round that this deputy fired into him, the sheriff of the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department came out and said that, and I can't remember the exact wording, but he didn't have anything positive to say about this incident, and that it was going to be under review, which I haven't looked it up here recently. I'm going to try and do a quick search to see if there's been any new developments on it. And it's something I should have done before doing this video, but it just clicked in my head that the sheriff had, after this incident had come out and they did the critical debriefing on it, that the sheriff of that agency had something negative to say about it. And I wish I could remember what exactly it was that he said, but trying to do this quick search on it, I'm not able to find anything right off the bat, and I'm not going to sit here and ramble while I try and looking for it. But the sheriff did have something negative to say about this, and when you look at it and watch it, yeah, it's pretty rough for some people to see.
Stand back. Drop it. Drop it.
So that final round, dude's already laying on the ground. They've fired multiple rounds into him, and that final round looks like it goes to his head. Maybe I'm not 100% sure. And you'll never be able to get into someone's mind and be able to tell what was going on. Either A, this officer intentionally did that, or B, after firing a string of rounds, his trigger finger, he was going through what's called trigger reset, and instead of allowing the trigger to go all the way forward and then come all the way back on pulling it, what he could have been doing was allowing the trigger to go just far enough forward to feel that click. And that way, if he would need to have any more subsequent follow-up shots, it would be a whole lot easier just to very minimally pull back on that trigger and get a round off, versus you allow the trigger to go all the way forward, and then when you have to pull back on the trigger, you are having to take up your biological slack, compress your skin and tissues under your finger until the point where the mechanical resistance starts to fall backwards, and then you pull the trigger back, you're overcoming that mechanical resistance, and you get to that breaking point, and then boom. So it could have been that that's what he was doing. As he was shooting, he was doing trigger reset, and he had made the conscious decision to stop shooting. His finger was still on the trigger, and the trigger was still back a little bit right before its breaking point, and he was keeping aim on this guy, and through adrenaline and whatnot, another round fired. Or it could have been that he intentionally did this. Don't know what his mindset was, or what was going through his head or anything like that. All we see is what is on video. Not much else to say about this video. If you like what you hear and see, go ahead and give a like and a share. If you have not already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more Monday quarterback videos. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense, thank you for watching.